What's going on, guys? My name's Cam Bandit, aka the Baseball Bro. Here with my two dudes, Ethan and Hunter, and this is Two Dudes and a Bro.
Three innings in a row where every out has been a strikeout.
I almost jacked you guys up because I was like, I was going to say Hunter and Ethan because you guys switched it on me now.
Gotta mix it up.
Mix it up,
Don't get comfortable at home.
The dudes, you know, they got you on your toes at all times.
Always, always. Now, there's something else we mixed up today. I don't know if the viewers at home noticed, but the table is now in front. And Hunter, can you explain why we have that?
Absolutely. So the table's in front, not because of the bobbleheads, not because of Cameron's trophies in 7th grade.
Or my first ding-dong.
Or the first dinger.
Oh, wait, no, this is not that. This is Two Dudes and a Bro. Sorry. I messed that one up.
But because we're doing a new segment called Babe of the Week. And this is going to be, each week we're going to introduce a smoking hot female.
Oh,
yeah,
dang,
that
dude.
hot.
Whoa.
A hot player's wife. Each week we will introduce the hottest, and we will let you guys take a gander at them. So for our first...
We'll give a shout out to our boys.
Our first week, we want to give a shout out to no other than Evan Longoria and this smoke show of a wife. I mean, well done, sir. Well done.
Can we just all take a moment here?
The table immediately heated up.
Let's fan it off.
Jamie Faith Edmondson.
We know Evan Longoria is keeping the faith.
Yeah, you know his numbers were down, but he was just fine in here. A few interesting things about her.
Former police officer. You don't see that every day. Dolphins cheerleader, and she was on the Amazing Race. She's ticking every box.
So I think we can officially grade her as Babe of the Week.
Babe of the Week.
We all agree?
That's a solid one to start off with, you know?
Yeah.
I think
it's
so.
like every guy's fantasy was her 3 occupations.
Yeah, like, what more could you want? And she's married to Evan Longoria. Like,
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she's set, you know?
Yeah.
Dude's getting bucks. Even though he's kind of like on a sucky team now and
He
not
gets
really
to go
doing
home,
it.
and she's
there
hard work and
waiting.
At least she's not stuck in Tampa Bay anymore, though.
That's
exactly.
good,
Up in
yeah.
San Francisco, probably has a nice little, cozy place with Evan Longoria. I'm not mad.
No, of course. Well, we'll let you guys gander at this for a second, but while I explain what we're going to do today, we are going to talk about our predictions for each division. Last week, we talked about our bold predictions, the things that you normally wouldn't say other than, like, the things that, like, aren't popular. But we're going to just dive into all the predictions while the season still hasn't started, starting with the divisional, going into the MVPs, and going into the Cy Young. And, boys, I got to say, I got some notes here. I don't know if you'll agree with them, but I might be 100% correct on this.
Oh, like you are every week.
Of course, yes, of course. Now, I'll lead us off. We're going to start with the NL West. We'll just crank through these, and we'll go down the row, and then we'll talk about one team that stands out the most in each division. So let's start with the NL West. You got the Dodgers taking it, with the Rockies coming in second, the Padres third, the D-backs, and the Giants. And then my little tidbit is I think the Padres will finish above 500, and the Rockies will take the second wild card. So, Ethan, what do you got?
Well, I'm representing here for my boys in blue. We're going to take it again this year. The Dodgers are just too deep for any of the NL West. I think the Rockies, they'll come in second. They'll make it interesting. All-Star break, it'll be tight, and then the Dodgers will just pull away down the second half.
As they always do.
And then the bottom 3 are they'll jumble up, and who cares?
Yeah, it's exciting to talk about. I have the Dodgers as well. No shocker. I think this is probably the easiest division to pick. Mm-hmm. Not just because we're LA, fans.
But it's just
it's the clearest. The Rockies are great team, but they lost OT to the Yanks. So that's a great reliever. But I have them, and then the Rockies finishing second.
And LeMahieu.
In the division, yeah, and they lost DJ.
But they have so many prospects,
of course, but for the division winner, Dodgers.
Their middle infield is actually nasty with all the prospects they're bringing up, and they signed Murphy.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be good.
And Garrett Hampson.
But, I don't know. Their rotation's not that deep, and it's just too hard to compete with the Dodgers.
Yeah, the thing is that I feel like the Rockies now legit have starting pitching. With Kyle Freeman and German Marquez, who
Yeah.
like are nasty in my opinion.
They got some few big dogs, and John Gray. You never know what you're going to get from him. But
Yeah,
that's another
but
good arm.
If you got John Gray having a good season, then
that-
you
that
got
could
a
set 'em apart.
legit MLB playoff contending team. This is why I said they would be second in the wild card, even though the NL is stacked this
It
year.
is. It's very
So I
stacked.
think that's a pretty bold prediction myself. Let's move on to the NL Central. We got the Brewers for me up top, Cardinals right behind them, the Reds, the Cubs, and the Pirates. What about you, Ethan?
I got the Cubs on top this year.
Ooh.
There's no way Rizzo and Bryant have that bad of years again. And if they have the years that they're capable of having, it's the Cubs all day, every day. Then I got the Cardinals picking up Goldie. That was huge. Then the Brewers, who I got missing the playoffs. And then the Reds, and then the Pirates.
Gotcha. So myself, as I made the prediction last week, the Cardinals win the most games in the NL.
Mm-hmm.
You can't win the most games in the NL unless you win your division, right?
I mean, he might.
I got the Cardinals, and I think that's because of Paul Goldschmidt. That's gonna, they just got the extension done, and Ozuna's not gonna have kind of what his deal with the
Yeah, he'll be
Cubs
better.
with Bryant. Ozuna's gonna have a monster year to anchor that lineup with Goldie.
Yeah,
And I think
we're all waiting for
I think
it.
they make the leap, and I think they win the division this year. I really do.
I mean, you can't say no to Christian Yelich and those guys over there on the Brew Crew. They're just stacked. They're filled. They have depth. They have nasty pitching. Craig Counts is over there.
Young pitching.
We'll see.
And they're not a big workhorse starter. They don't.
That's the thing, though. Chacin kind of came into his own last year. I liked what he did in the playoffs. He shut down the Dodgers.
Is
Who
he an
knows?
ace?
I don't know.
Would you call him
I
an
wouldn't
ace?
call him an ace. That's
No,
the thing.
negative, false.
However, you also have like one of the best bullpens in the league.
I'd say he's their number one, but I
Spearheaded.
wouldn't say he's an ace.
Yeah. But then you also got the best bullpen in the league, and that's the thing that separates like good teams from elite teams, with Josh Hader spearheading that pretty much.
Yeah, if the Brewers make the playoffs, they'll be such a tough out because of their bullpen. You have to get a lead in the first 5 innings.
Exactly. And if it's over, it's game over once Hader gets into the game, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, he can't be hit. He's, can't be hit yet.
He's filthy. Again, moving on to the NL East. This one I think is the toughest one of them all,
Definitely.
and I
Yeah.
think we all agree.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised. I will be interested to see what you guys have to say. I think the Phillies are taking it with the Mets, the Braves, the National, and the Marlins. And my big prediction here is that there will be no wild cards from this division.
Wow.
No wild cards. If I can explain myself, it's because they're playing each other in this division. They're going to level each other out, just like the NL West was last year, where you got the Dodgers and the Rockies going game 162, and winner goes on, loser goes home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think the Phillies will top it off. I think they just have the starting pitching depth. I thought they had it last year too, but the Braves were just the hotter team going into the season. I don't see the Braves really. They're playing with house money last year.
Yeah.
I think they have one more year until they could be contenders. And with the signing of Bryce Harper, Aaron Nola is a stud, and they have pitching behind him. Jake Arrieta.
What about the catcher?
Oh, and we got the best catcher, JT Realmuto,
Yeah,
just
baby.
the hot ticket.
Yeah.
Mets. I think the Mets are good. They're just not there yet. I mean, they did the right moves, but
So
not there yet.
You got the Mets in front of the Nats?
I
Yeah, that's
do.
interesting.
And in front of the Braves too.
Wow.
And here's why. DeGrom, Cy Young winner. Everyone's sleeping on him this year because it's like, can you really repeat a sub-2 ERA? Well, even if you don't repeat it, you're still in the top 5 ERA leaders. And then you got Noah Syndergaard, who everyone forgot about because he's always on the injury list. Zach Wheeler, who's like a really good pitcher. You have so much depth in the bullpen with Familia and Edwin Diaz. You got Robinson Cano, who's looking to redeem himself. You have like 2 of the best prospects in baseball right now, Peter Alonso and the Walker guy. I don't know if you heard of Walker, the second baseman. He hit like 300 last year.
No.
I can't remember his first name. I think it's like, I don't know.
We'll get back to that.
There you go, yeah. Dang it, dude. I told myself I would do all my research, and I just slipped up on one name. Brandon Nimmo, and then, my boy Conforto, who's just going to be right in there, reaping the benefits of everything that the Mets have to bring them.
I'll agree with you on the Phillies. The Phillies are so deep. It's not even just Harper. They got Realmuto, they got Segura, and I honestly think Hoskins is going to have the biggest year on the Phillies. he's going to benefit from Harper hitting behind him or in front of him. wherever
Big
they stand.
Hoskins guy over here.
Big
Hoskins guy.
He heated up towards the end of the year, and he's just going to carry that right on through. And then you got Nola and Arrieta at the top. The Phillies are stacked. Besides that, I got the Nats. I think everyone's forgetting about the Nats because of Harper, but they have the 4 best starting pitching in the NL. And they've still got those young guys that are going to come up in the outfield. Their outfield's fine without Harper. So I got the Phillies, the Nats, and then the Braves. I think the Braves were kind of a Cinderella team last year. They came out and they kind of peaked too early. They'll have a down year this year, but then look for them, in the coming years with all their young studs.
All right, and to finish it off, I actually have the Phillies as well, but I will also say this: besides the Marlins, sorry, Miami, I think you could flip a coin, and any team could win this division.
Yeah,
it really could come down to that. It could come down to the end of the the end of the season, and it's going to be close. I think they're all pretty solid ball teams this year.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of agree with you there. The Phillies are doing it for me.
Stick out. They made a few more moves than everyone else.
Exactly. AL West. I'll lead it off. Or actually, you know what? Let's have Hunter go. We'll go backwards.
AL West.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone likes to see the Astros. Because they won the last 2 years the division.
I'd like to see them lose.
And I understand. I would like to see them lose, but they're going to win the division. Okay. I think the A's don't get enough credit. I think they're clear number 2 in the right there, but the Astros just have so much pitching, so much hitting, so much depth, younger pitchers. It's really tough. And with the A's changing up the way they play ball every year, you just can't rely on them to take over the division. Yeah. But that's my opinion.
Astros could have easily gone back-to-back last year, World Series.
Yeah, potentially, but the Red Sox just caught fire.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, I wanted to go A's here so badly. But then they stunk it up in Japan. I don't know if I trust their starting pitching.
Matt Olson's on the DL now. IL.
That's my first baseman in our league.
Oh,
too.
no.
That hurts. And it's a hand injury, and no one comes back from that with the same power.
Oh, man.
So I'm going to go Astros as well. They have those 2 young prospects coming up, too. Tyler White and I can't remember the other guy's name, the outfielder. I think they'll add some spark to the lineup. And then obviously you have the studs in the infield.
Everyone gives the Astros a lot of crap because they lost a couple of starting pitching, like Keuchel and Charlie Morton. But, dude, they got Josh James coming up there. He's pretty electric. He's going to be Forrest Whitley, another guy that's going to be pretty nice. I have to say the Astros, too. I mean, we're in agreement there.
All right.
They're a nasty team, and it's hard to sleep on them, especially they have a great mix of veterans and young guys.
And Michael Brantley, that could be a big pickup.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a team that's dangerous. Yeah. That's what the Dodgers. It's like the Dodger method for years. Same with the Cardinals, they like to do that too. Yeah. But when you have a good balance like that, it's over. Then I got A's, Angels, Mariners, Rangers. I mean the Angels. Who knows? Shohei.
Who knows? But I think until they get him back pitching in that lineup every year, I don't think they're going to make a push until that happens, and he's the clear ace.
Yeah. AL Central, Hunter, we got.
AL Central, so that was a kind of a 2-team race for me as well. With the Indians and the Twins. But I'm a big believer in the Twins this year. So the Twins are going to take the division over the Indians because I think the Indians want to deal Bauer or Kluber. I really think they do, and I think they make that move this year. Lindor's coming on the season on the injured list. Jose Ramirez injured, but X-rays were negative. But I just don't think they have that spark. They don't have the outfielders. I think the Twins do. They made moves this year, a lot of new additions.
Sneaky pickups,
and I think it's going to pay off. I really think they win the division this year.
Yeah, it's definitely a 2-team race. I agree with you. It's the Indians and the Twins. I just think at the end of the day, I just can't trust the Twins to win the division. I think the Indians, they've been there before. It'll be tight, but I think their experience really comes through in the end. Their starting pitching is so deep. But there's no fan base that deserves it more than Minnesota.
Yeah, dude. Give it to them.
Shout out Mauer State.
Mauer State,
we got a player in our league, loves Minnesota, all things Minnesota, loves Joe Mauer. And you know what? I got to give it to him in my predictions. I think the Twins are taking it. It's the time for the Indians to
They didn't make
fall.
When it was their time in the division, they didn't do anything in the
they
playoffs.
They had the worst record out of all first place teams against people over 500 last year.
And it showed in the playoffs.
The only reason why they made it was because of the
raw talent.
The AL Central was just garbage, you know?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They went from one game away from winning the World Series, and then 2 years later, they're just like they're
wanting to trade the Rays.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast they've fallen.
I know. It's baseball does that to you though. Like that'll happen, you know. Yeah. It's not like basketball or football where the same team's making the playoffs every single year.
It's nice.
Unless you're the Dodgers. I mean,
we've gotten kind of spoiled.
Yeah. AL East, last but not least, and certainly not least, because we have two 100 teams in 2018, 100 win teams,
100 game winners.
That's what I'm trying to say. In this division, what do you think it'll pan out to be? Who's taking it?
Yanks are taking it.
Yanks.
There I said it. Yankees win this division.
Dun, dun, dun,
They have
dun,
too much pitching, too much hitting. I'm losing my mind over here. No, but the Yankees are going to take it. The Red Sox, awesome, but they're going to finish third in the division with the Rays finishing second.
Whoa!
You heard it here first. Crawdaddy.
Ethan?
The Red Sox do that, though. They go from World Series to missing the playoffs.
It's going to be the World Series
nobody
hangover.
else. I'm going Yankees as well. I don't think the Red Sox are going to miss the playoffs like Crawdaddy, but the Yankees are deep. I like the moves they made with Paxton. Oh, you did? Oh, just third in the division. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Paxton. I mean, they hit so many home runs and they play in a sandbox. I just think it'll be close, but I think the Yankees.
And all their bullpen depth, it's just insane.
Yeah, their bullpen. I mean, they have 10 guys that they can roll out.
Their starters could go 4 innings
yeah.
and they'd be fine.
Guys. Don't sleep on the Red Sox. I'm telling you, they're the better team fundamentally. The Yankees do not build a team that wins regular season games. They win playoff games. You know, they will not have the best record
won a lot of
over
games
the
last
Yankees. Year. I know they did, and that's because the rest of the division was kind of weak. And the AL is so polarizing. It's like half your teams that you're playing are just trash. Like you're playing AL East teams and stuff like that.
Are you concerned about losing Kimbrel and having their bullpen's very big?
Pretty weak this year.
Yeah.
They lost Kimbrel and they lost Kelly.
Yeah.
Other than that,
the other two
they
guys
have
pitched
some
well,
pretty,
but they didn't have the pressure put on them.
There's some pretty solid players that are going to fill into that. They got a couple of guys that throw 100. You know, they have playoff tested players. You know,
that's just my biggest concern. I don't think they'll be a good team. I just think the Yankees are deeper.
I would have to disagree because there's two reasons. You're forgetting J.D. Martinez nearly won the Triple Crown last year. Mookie Betts is a bona fide MVP, every candidate every single year. Then you got guys like Chris Sale and Nathan Eovaldi, who might be just vying for the AL Cy Young, like in that race the whole year. I'm big on Nathan Eovaldi. I'm big on Nathan Eovaldi.
Wow.
And you know why? Is because I witnessed one of the best pitching performances that I've ever seen in a playoff game. Like, I didn't think it would ever happen because I thought the game was too soft nowadays and managers aren't going to just leave their guys in there, pitch them on 1 day's rest. We weren't going to see a Madison Bumgarner thing. And Nathan Eovaldi came in, like, the 7th, 8th inning and threw 7 innings, touching 100 after 2 days of rest, after throwing, like, straight up 100 pitches in that
game
two
never
or whatever.
end.
Yeah, dude.
He was solid,
there.
no question.
Jeez.
You were in the stands?
Yeah, I was watching it, bro. I was working it.
Oh,
Fox, you know?
Oh, nice.
Fox. But, yeah, it was... Well, I wanted to go home because I was dying. I was so tired. It was like a 14, 15-hour day for me. But, and the Dodgers ended up winning, so that was sick. I watched Max Muncy hit the walk-off.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Was it off of Aldi?
Yeah, it was.
But
dude, come on. That was like one thing that like it was bound to happen.
No, yeah, he was pitching
Max
really
Muncy hit a walk-off the foul ball home run the at-bat before, and then the next time he came up, he actually hit the walk-off. But, yeah, I got the Red Sox winning. Yankees will make the playoffs, I think. It'll be pretty much like the same last year. Rays, Blue Jays, and Orioles. And the only reason why I say that, too, is I think the division is stronger than it was last year. The Blue Jays are going to be a better team, and the Orioles are going to be a better team, too. And they're really going to give the Yankees a run for the money to try to repeat 100 wins. The Red Sox, I think they'll come out on top. The Yankees, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it'll be an exciting race.
Absolutely.
Sure. Okay, let's talk about a little AL MVPs, NL MVPs, AL Cy Young, NL Cy Young. We're moving on. You know, we got to pick it up.
Eyes up here, guys. Eyes up here. We know she's beautiful.
Yes,
Longoria, you're a lucky man.
All right, Hunter, who do you got for your AL MVP?
AL MVP
2019.
2019. I had a few guys obviously come to mind. Trout, Betts, Judge, Stanton, but I'm going with Trout.
Going with Trout.
Mike Trout. Yeah.
Now, does this have any correlation with the fact that you actually got to draft him this year?
It absolutely does.
I did
Absolutely
draft him.
does.
He is currently marinating in the outfield of Crawdaddy's roster. He's a solid player. I think the stats this year, because he got paid. He got paid just a little bit, boys. Right?
Yeah,
he made a few bucks.
Come on now.
I think he's gonna hit. I mean, I may be going crazy here because he's on my team, but I'm looking at 40 home runs, 110 RBIs, steal 25 bases. I think that's reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean,
Trout deserves to win it like every year, but it's
because of his team.
The
Yeah.
MVP is about storylines, and if the Angels don't make the playoffs, Trout would deserve it. I think I'm gonna go with Bregman. I think he's gonna have a monster year. The Astros will probably win a million games. And I think he'll be the best player on that team, and then he'll win the MVP.
Bragg.
Yeah?
Bragg. I got Bragg
Let's
too,
go.
baby. I got Bragg too. He hit 286 last year with 31 jacks, 105 runs scored, and 103 RBIs.
Yeah.
I mean, goodness gracious, that's an MVP year
Yeah.
in itself.
Absolutely.
If it wasn't for Mookie Betts and him being absolutely unconscious the entire year, that's a Bregman MVP vote for me.
Yeah.
Mike Trout, he leads the league in every single percentage category. He just doesn't put up the counting numbers because his team doesn't help him out.
What would you say if the Angels sneak into it probably won't happen, but if it did, and they snuck into a wild card spot?
It would be because, Mike Trout led him there, and you'd have to give it to Mike
Would
Trout.
you
If that
MVP
happens,
vote there?
if that happens
Okay.
and he puts up Mike Trout numbers, I think he's the MVP.
I just don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't see that.
I've tried to believe in those Angels, man. I've tried, and the GMs, I don't know what they're doing over there, but it's clear that they need starting pitching, and they never do that.
Well, it hurts with Otani.
Yeah, but
they picked up a
what
few
can you
guys.
expect?
We'll
They're
see
trying
what
to
they
do
can
a
get on Adam
1-2
Harvey,
thing.
but
Yeah,
we'll see what happens. I think next year will probably be
that's the
a little
thing.
bit better for them as the overall win category.
Yeah. But that's my pick. NL MVP. I'll start. Of course, you guys know if you watched the last video. Big ol' MC Michael Conforto. Oh boy, I'm predicting
ridiculous.
40 home runs. What do you think? 40 home runs? I mean, he had 28 last year with 82 RBIs and probably his first full season as a MLB player. He's in his prime young age of I think 26. I didn't really do that research. That's another thing. Count it, keep a track. But he had 10 home runs in September. 10 home runs in September.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
impressive.
just as much, one less than Yelich, I believe.
Okay.
So if it wasn't for Christian Yelich, we'd be all talking about Michael Conforto and the run he put on last year.
Well, Yelich
towards
did
the
it
end of the season.
whole year.
I did the second half, and
yeah.
it was incredible. But this, we would be talking about Conforto and how hot he was in the second half or in the last month of the year. And then he comes in, casually hits 5 home runs. Has a good team behind him. There's a newfound excitement around the Mets. I could see it happen. Line it up.
I mean,
for him.
that's bold. I'll tell you that much.
Going out on a limb.
For NL MVP, I have Paul Goldschmidt. And, I've been hyping up the Cardinals a little bit with the most wins in the NL this year. I just think Goldie's excited. He's finally in a playoff atmosphere with the Cardinals. Great foundation, great front office, great fans. He's got protection in his lineup. They've got pitching. I really feel like they can make a run. And when they do, I think Goldschmidt's going to be the anchor of that run.
Yeah, I don't hate that pick at all. But I'm going to go Chris Bryant. You guys, I've said it a million times. If he had it down here, he got hurt, he didn't get it going. I think the mojo's there this year, and if he puts up 35 home runs, 100 RBIs, and the Cubs win the division, that's the formula.
That's exactly who I thought you'd say after saying the Cubs will win first in NL Central. However, let's talk about a little Cy Young action. I got a dark horse in here for the AL, so I want to start with Ethan. If that's
We're going
all right.
AL first?
Yeah, AL Cy Young.
Okay, so mine is going to be kind of confusing since the Indians are going to be struggling, but I think Bauer is going to put up ridiculous numbers this year. He always has the strikeout stuff, and this spring training he's actually had a ridiculous control. These last 2 games he's used 18 pitches on to strike out 18 guys, even though that doesn't make any sense. But so if he can figure out the control and just be consistent in the zone, he'll be unhittable. He actually won't be touched. So I think if he puts up some crazy numbers, which I think he can, I think he's a dark horse candidate.
I love that pick.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He's up there in my top 3 as well.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna have to go with our old faithful, Sale. That guy's a stud. When he turns, it's like the robot almost. But the guy can't turn it off.
He's
He
due for one.
just got his extension. It's due for one. The guy can just whip it in there. I mean, there's nothing like watching Chris Sale on a cold afternoon Saturday.
Throw that slider where the righties are swinging and hitting him in the knee.
Yeah.
You're like, what the heck? How?
I mean, he's
how could that
unhittable
happen?
at times as well.
Oh yeah, if he wants to be, he is unhittable. Now I'm gonna go in the same division that Ethan went in, but let's hop over to the Twins. Jose Barrios.
Yeah, I like that.
Wow, right? Wow. He just pitched 200 innings last year, got his feet wet in a full season. Now he's going to be on a good team, going to get those wins, cut down on the losses. He'll probably be better with the walks. I mean, he had 62 last year, and I think he had like around 50 the year before, but with 50 less innings under his belt. So, like, the ratio is down. He had 202 strikeouts just very casually. Didn't really stand out in any, big highlights or any news line or headlines. That's what I'm trying to say.
Gotcha.
Headlines last year just because he's on the Twins. But this year, with the Twins being good, I think it'll be him that's leading them to the victory.
I like that.
I don't hate that.
Let's go NL Cy Young. I got Aaron Nola. He's just due for one. Kind of like a Sale guy. He's coming to his own. Finally, he's going to have a team that is just filthy, and he's going to be spearheading that rotation.
Yep.
I could see him putting up the numbers he did last year, 17-6, 212, 224 Ks, except we're just not going to think that Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom are going to put up monstrous numbers, So hopefully he could sneak in there and win one.
Yeah, no, I think Nola, like last year. I mean, it's just like you read, insane numbers. I think he has stuff to do with this year. My guy this year is going to be our boy Walker Buehler.
Oh, I love it.
It's pretty bold, but
Dang.
I mean, we all know, as of the playoffs last year, the guy can pitch. Flat out, he can pitch. He's pretty young, I'll give you that. But he's just filthy. And he brings a presence to the mound that, very few young guys have at that age. He goes up there, and even his teammates say, he's a veteran up there on the mound. He throws the filth. He's on a team that's going to win probably 100 games, and with Kershaw kind of not really knowing what's going on there,
He's got to step up.
He's got to step up. So I think he really does have the potential to win the Cy Young this year.
I agree with that. I love Walker Buehler this year, but me and Cam have been on the same wavelength this whole time. I'm going Nola. It's partly due to the Phillies. They're going to win 1 million games, and it's exactly right. If he puts up the same numbers that he put up last year, which I think he can,
Easy.
Fill up the win category a little bit more.
Yeah, fill out the win category more. The Phillies will be in the headlines with Harper. He'll get the attention. He's the ace of the staff. I got Nola.
I mean, he looked just like Snell last year, except he didn't have like a league leading win category on his name.
Yeah, he didn't have the hype. It was a little quiet.
Yeah,
the Phillies now with, like you said, with Harper on the team.
Yep.
He's gonna get that attention.
All eyes. They'll be in like the national games at 5 Pacific. The night games on like Wednesday night. He'll be pitching those. I think that actually like really matters.
That will really help him.
I feel like we should all maybe take a second and give homage to the robot, Max Scherzer. No disrespect, all the picks are great.
Of course.
You are the robot for a reason. You're a stud,
but would it be fun if I picked him?
Yeah,
it's
a layup.
Come on, it'd be easy.
But nonetheless, we got to mention him.
Yeah. Good job, Max. Yeah, just continuing to scare everybody
dominate
with their weird
everybody.
eyes and stuff. Is that too much? I don't know. Whatever. Let's do a little over-unders now.
Okay.
I know it's going to be a long episode, guys, so strap in. If you haven't already, strap in, take
Relax,
a seat, and just
take a gander at our
dude. If you
beautiful babe of the week,
don't watch us and just look down there. You know what I mean? Thank Evan Longoria. Comment. Thank you, Evan Longoria, in the comment section below if you made it this far. That way we know.
Your beautiful, successful wife.
Yep, exactly.
Babe of the week.
Let's do some over-unders. We want to start with the players or the teams first?
Teams.
Teams? All right. Now, let's start with the Yankees. The Yankees have an over-under of 96.5. So if you take the over, you're thinking 97 plus. If you take the under, 96 below. Last year, they won 100 games right on the dot.
Yep.
This year, over under.
Going over. The Yankees, their lineup is stacked. They hit home runs. And if they won 100 last year with the Red Sox, they'll also won 100 this year. I don't think the Red Sox can keep that up with. They didn't add anybody this year, and they were on an incredible run. I think the Yankees will get over 97. That's probably not too far over, probably in the 98 to 101 range, but I'm going over.
Okay, Hunter?
I'm going over. Judge and Stanton are hitting 50 bombs this year. You know, the addition of DJ, the bullpen stacked. Over. Easy choice.
You know what? I'm going to have to say under, boys, and I'll tell you why. I just want to see like what the record was back in 2017 when Judge hit 52 home runs, and I don't want to jack anything up because I'm pretty sure they didn't win 100 games that year, right?
No, they did not.
No, they didn't. Let's see. Stand by. 91 games they won last year. Okay, so I could safely say that Judge will hit 50-plus home runs, but the Yankees will still not win, over 97 games. I think they won't, and this is why. I don't think the Orioles are as trash of a team as they were last year.
I think they're worse.
You think they're worse?
Yeah.
No, dude, come on.
They can't be much worse.
They
I think
can't.
they're
It's
worse.
not possible.
I saw a projection where they're going to win 12 more games than they did last year. Who else did they get?
I don't know.
Nobody.
Man. But they're like, they got the new owner or whatever. They got the new GM.
And look what
they're
they're
gonna
playing.
do words.
What division they're playing in?
I mean, man. They're gonna try to manage to scrape. They were bad. They had like polar opposite records as like the Red Sox.
I feel bad for Baltimore because
Chris Davis
good baseball isn't going to be there for another 10 years.
So bad last year.
Yeah.
Chris Davis. He had like 300 strikeouts. I actually kind of like him this year.
Yeah.
A little waiver wire ad on Chris Davis.
I don't know, dude.
If he has a good first
tanks,
month, he could hit 20 balls.
There's no pressure for him.
Yeah.
He literally has a secure job.
And he knows it. That's why he just doesn't put up year after year. He's like, what do I have to prove?
Have some pride, man. I mean, the Orioles, are, I think, personally, we could disagree, but the real team that I think is not going to be just a walkover are the Blue Jays. You got Marcus Stroman coming back. You know, he's looking good in spring. Got all these hot prospects. Lourdes Gurriel Jr., I think, even though it's not Vladimir Guerrero Jr., he's still pretty nice in there in that lineup. He's kind of coming to his own as far as power goes.
And Danny Jensen, the
Danny
catcher,
Jensen,
he's
new
coming
catcher.
up. I think they'll be all right.
They freed themselves of the big contracts of Tulo and Donaldson, and now they're ready to start a new chapter.
Yeah.
You know,
I think down the road, I like him. I mean, I'm a fan of the Blue Jays, but I think it's going to be a few more years until.
Oh, definitely.
No, I don't think. I just say that it's not as a polarizing of a league anymore.
It'll definitely
in
be
that
better than
division,
last year. Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know? And with the Red Sox, I think they'll repeat with the 100 wins. Then where does that leave the Yankees?
Yeah,
that's why I say below. Next team, the Reds. The Reds back in 2018 won 67 games. Their over/under is 79, and that's purely because they have one of the most exciting teams in the NL, acquiring Puig, having Senzel marinate in the minors until he gets the call up.
A lot of marination.
Mm-hmm. We got some added rotation with Wood, and then Amir Garrett, I think, is going to be a starter this year. Yeah. And then Sonny Gray is going to be their, I guess, ace, I guess, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I could not be more out. Oh, so their over/under is 79.
Yeah.
I could not be more out on the Reds. I think they had that big off season. They traded for guys, and they're trying to pretend like they're going all in. These are the type of teams that maybe have a good month or two and then just crash and burn. Kind of like the Mets last year. They were in first place. Everyone's like, oh, God, these are the Mets.
The Mets.
No. The Reds, they had the same team last year. I don't think Puig or Alex Wood changes much. And if they had this team last year, who have a lot of nice players, but for whatever reason they can't put it together, because like Suarez and Scooter Gennett, they're good players, but I don't know, I just can't see them, especially in that division, getting over 79 wins.
Well, quote me. I think Scoot is out on the IL. Yeah.
Really?
Don't quote me on that. I think I read that somewhere. But Hunter, what do you think? Over under.
Over under for the Reds. It's going to be tough. I think this is a close one. I think that's a great number to put them at 79, because I could see them going over. Because Puig is going to add his contract year. I think he's going to put up 30 home runs for the Reds.
I mean,
And I think with the addition of our boy Sonny Gray, Matt Kemp, say what you want about him. The guy can still hit, a little older. They got Wood. You know what? I'm gonna say under, but by about 2 or 3 games. They're going to be right there at their mark.
That's a great number,
It'll be
right?
Close.
Scooter Gennett is out 2 to 3 months after freak spring training injury. I think it's something with the groin. But that
a little freaky.
Yeah.
But
that opens up a hole
for
for Nick Senzel or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
does.
That way he doesn't have to play center and like compete with a really competitive outfield. I'm gonna have to take the under 2. I hate to hop on the back. I would love to say the over just to disagree with you guys again. But man, that division is hard. There's the Brewers, the Cards, the Cubs, and the Pirates. Like, I have the Cubs 4th, and you have the Cubs winning it. That's how hard the division is. And
I can see the Cubs, doing either one too.
The Pirates were like legit buyers last year, and in the trade deadline, they were making a run for us. So you can't sleep on them either.
Yeah, I think the Reds they're just living off off-season hype right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people are on them, but I don't know.
They remind me of the Padres a little.
Yes, that's a good example.
I'm a little bought in though to it. I mean, I love me a good off-season hype story. You know.
I mean, I love Puig. I mean, when he was on the Dodgers, like I love the guy, but he just never really produced.
No, I mean, he really didn't.
He put up numbers, just good enough.
Yeah.
To keep him in there.
Just to keep you wanting a little bit more.
He threw like a guy out from the fence at home, and you're like, and we're gonna keep him in.
After he runs into the fence, missing the fly ball, tumbles, stumbles, picks it up, and just off the back foot
throws it 100 yards.
It's
insane.
All in the air, right on the dot.
Yeah.
That's great, guys. Now let's move on to the players. We got Aaron Judge with his over-under home run total, 39.5. I kind of answered this a little earlier.
We know how I feel about that. I said he's going to hit 50.
You think he's going to hit 50?
Yeah.
I said I see him hit 52. Ethan,
over.
Yeah, we're all going over on Judge.
Yeah, I mean, it's the park.
Sandbox.
It's a sandbox. I think he's crazy. He's like 6'6". He's crazy power. I think he'll be fine.
I mean, what did he have? I wrote it here somewhere. 27 last year, but that's like after plaguing with injuries.
Yeah, he had a lot of injuries.
And then 52 in 2017. Yeah.
And Giancarlo, I think he'll be back too. Ooh, that'll be sweet to watch.
Oh, man, back-to-back, just beasts. Now, this new guy, this is a sexy prospect, just got a contract extension. Haven't played a game yet in the MLB, but it's just, he wants to stick around for some reason. Eloy Jimenez, he is ranked 24.5 home runs, or that's his number. Last year, give a little reference, in the minors, he had 22 home runs in 108 games. So can you see that translating into MLB?
He's a stud. I can see it translating eventually.
Yeah.
But this year, going in, no real MLB experience, I'm going to take the under on that. I'm going to put him at like 17, 18 home runs, and I think he plays well and is going to do well and have a great career. But I don't see him hitting that many his first year into it.
Yeah, we're all agreeing right now. I don't like that number for Eloy just because, I mean, people are it's MLB pitching. You're going to figure out a little hole in his swing.
It's a learning curve.
He's going to have to adjust. I still think he'll be a really good player, just maybe not his rookie year.
Dang it, guys. Please. I say under 2. But I say it for different reasons. At least we have different reasons why we don't like it. I feel like there's always like a mentality that needs to be switched. And for the White Sox, the mentality is I'm going to be a really good prospect and just bust. With Yohan Moncada,
we'll still see.
Yeah.
Might come out this year.
I mean, he might, but it hasn't switched for me yet, so I can't confidently say that Eloy Jimenez is gonna put up like all of these hyped like big time numbers like Ronald Acuna and like Chris Bryant back in the day and like all those guys. I can't confidently say that.
When was the last White Sox prospect to actually be like a good player? Like Kopech, he hasn't really done
he was good last year, but he got injured.
Yohan Moncada. When's the
last
last one that actually like broke out?
Would you even consider Chris Sale?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think
but then they dealt him away.
Yeah. Well, and would you consider their first baseman Jose Abreu?
No, I think he wasn't really like a homegrown prospect. He was kind of a signing, right?
Yeah, signed from Cuba. He was like 27 coming in. Just mad
He
pop.
had a few years under his belt already.
Yeah, he doesn't count. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm still waiting on Carlos Rodon to break out.
Yeah, that's a good example
When's
too.
he gonna
Dude,
come?
that's another one.
Yeah,
Poor guys.
dude.
Sorry, White Sox.
So many dudes,
and
dude.
Manny.
That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, no, Manny.
That's brutal.
All right, dudes. I think we
Hit them all.
hit them all. What now? I think we wrap it up, right? You got any last thoughts?
Opening days this Thursday. I'm pumped. This is like the major, like Thursday in the day. You got the little side screen on your computer in the cubicle going.
Yeah,
You're watching every game. Thank God there's no more like opening night. Do you guys remember when they did that?
Oh, but there's like one
One
game.
game.
Oh, that was
It
brutal.
was usually like Cardinals and Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
No, I need the first games to be during the day. Get the crack of the bat going.
Get the peanuts going maybe
Yeah.
at work. Who knows?
So we survived the off season.
That's great.
Yeah, it's this Thursday. I can't be more excited. Get in gear because we're going to be giving you guys the best fantasy advice, updates, alerts, all that good stuff.
Woo!
Just continue to tune in, guys.
I'm gonna
And
be
we'll have
over.
a different babe of the week next week. I'll tell you that.
I'm gonna be over at work, aka Fox, checking out the baseball games opening
Big boy.
day, baby.
I mean, they have
Woo!
a
Get
few
the
TV
journalists.
screens in there, don't they?
I mean, yeah, they got a couple. You know, I'll just be like, I got monitor A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. You know, all the games going. I don't know how many games there are.
sounds
honestly.
tough. That sounds
But
tough.
yeah, it's a rough life. You know, I had to work and stuff. But
Professional over there.
no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm excited. Guys, thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe as always. I always forget to plug this in the beginning because most of you don't really make it this far. But go check out my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Go follow me on Instagram. And just leave us feedback. Let us know how you like it. What should we answer next? Let me know what you think of the Babe of the Week.
Babe of the week.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, we need to come up with like some sort of like catchphrase or like segment or something.
I like Babe of the week.
It's Babe of the Week, like
Yeah,
a title or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you around.